back to Perkins Life 4. This is going to be part 2 of the fajitas. If you hadn't seen the first part, here it is. No, I'm just kidding. You couldn't see me that fast. I'll link it up here somewhere. I don't remember where it links up. Somewhere up top there. But what I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to go ahead and cut my vegetables up. And what I'll be using is we use a red onion. I'm going to be using tomatoes. And then I like to use these peppers here, these bell peppers here. These are the mini bell sweet ones, and there is yellow, orange, and red in here. And I really like these. They taste better, and they just work out better for me. So let's get these vegetables cut up. Okay, so I've got the onions and the bell peppers cut up, and just cut them up into whatever size you want. I mean, once you start cooking, they're all going to kind of wilt down a little bit anyways. And I like to do this, and then I'm going to cut my tomatoes and put them in a separate bowl, because the tomatoes, you don't want them to cook as long, because these will cook and they'll still be a little bit crunchy. Tomatoes will cook at the same. They won't cook at the same time. They'll be time. These are crunchy and edible or whatever. These will be soft. So let's get these tomatoes cut up. Alright, here's my tomatoes. I've just kind of wedged them up. And what I'm going to end up doing with these is I will cook after this is to the point where I want it, where they're softened up a little bit, then I'll throw the tomatoes in. But I'm also going to leave some of these tomatoes out so you can actually have fresh tomatoes on your fajitas too. So let me just clean this up real quick, and I'll be right back with you. All right, I'm back. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make my seasonings for my vegetables. Some people just cook their vegetables plain. I don't. I season my vegetables when I'm cooking them. So what I'm going to be using is I'll be using chili powder. I don't put very much chili powder in there. I'm just using, it's probably maybe a spoonful or something. Just how much I use. Italian seasoning. And you know, your amounts are going to vary because it depends on how many big vegetables and all that you have. Put some garlic powder in there. You got to have the garlic. Then I'm going to put onion powder in here. And of course, you can't forget Lowry seasoning salt. And then I'm going to put some pepper in here. And you can put as much seasonings as you want. This also is the time where you can put in some chili flakes or some cayenne pepper. Something like that for your seasoning. Okay, I'm going to stir this up. And what I'm going to do is, I need a bowl for that. Take some of these tomatoes, probably about that much, and I'm going to save those out for later, and I'll probably dice those up a little bit so they're easier on the fajitas. And then I'm going to add a little bit of this spice that I made into here. Shake these up. Make sure they're all coated with seasoning. So they got good coating on there. Now I'm going to take my veggies and I'll add the rest of this. And we're just going to shake this up. Make sure they're all coated good. All right, they're all coated really good. And two, on these, this is where, if you're a vegetarian, you don't have to add the meat that I did earlier. Like I was saying, you can even add more vegetables to this. You can have, you know, zucchini or squash or eggplant could go good with this. So there's a lot more you can add to this. That way you can just make it all vegetarian. But okay, we're going to jump over here and get the cooking going. All right, so we're over here at the oven now, or stove, whatever you want to call the thing. And I've got two pots. I'm going to cook my vegetables in here, and I'll cook my meat in here. So first thing I want to do is I want to add me some oil. Same thing. If you want to add whatever kind of oil you want to add, I'm just using just regular old vegetable oil. Mainly for just keep stuff from sticking. Might be too much. I'm gonna dump some out. There we go. So first thing I'm gonna do over here is I'm gonna add my veggies to this pot. Get them cooking up. And then we're gonna go ahead and start cooking our meat over here in this skillet right here. Put that right there. meat out. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to drain off the marinade off my meat a little bit. So, because I want this to fry, not boil. Notice you can't find anything when you need it. I'm just going to use just this little strainer right here that I have, and I'm going to drain off some of my stuff. And basically all I've done is just drained off some of the juice. I didn't get a lot of it. There we go. Got a sizzling going. Yeah, I just drained off some of the salsa juice, but not the, I left all the chunks in there. So we'll let that cook down a little bit. My vegetables are starting to sizzle a little bit, so let's get these things stirring. And on your vegetables, you don't want to cook them all the way. You know, you just want to cook them until they're a little soft, because you still want to have some texture to your vegetables. Spilling there, you know. Alright, the chicken's coming along really good, and my vegetables are to the point where I think they're soft. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my tomatoes, I'm going to dump those in there, and be careful whenever you're stirring this, because those tomatoes break down so easy. And basically all I want to do is I just want to warm those tomatoes up, because what's going to happen now is that they will finish cooking just sitting in here waiting for the meat to cook. So I'm just kind of taking that chill off those tomatoes. This is getting good. And then what I like to do is I'm going to take this here in a second over behind me, and I've got my griddle set up. And I'm going to take the chicken out, and I'm going to use the tongs, and I'm going to take my chicken out, and I'm going to set it on that griddle so it'll finish off on that griddle while I'm cooking the steak up. So I think the chill's off of this enough. So I'm going to do, so I'll pull that off the thing, turn that off, and then I am going to take this over here behind me. Let's take you with us here. Let's see if I can do that without dropping anything. Oh, there you go. So let's take this over here. So over here I got my grill set up and I've already got it on. So I'm going to take my fajitas, my chicken, hear it? See if I can set you down right there real quick. so you can actually see too. Yeah, you can see a little bit. Take some of this sauce. Got those chunks in there. All right, there we go. So let's head back over there and we'll get that steak cooked up. All right, we're back over here. I washed my pan out. Got me a little bit more oil in there, not much, just to keep it from sticking. I already got my steak over there in that little strainer to strain it up. Oh, all right. Well, good thing I do the dishes around here. She's mad at me. So now we're going to cook this off, just like we did the chicken. Got my veggies right here. Every once in a while I'm going to stir them just to keep them kind of going around. All right. Those are looking good. My chicken's back there on the griddle. And I'm going to go back over there every so often and just kind of turn those as I turn this. So stay tuned. All right, my steak's done. And let's jerky off this top of this thing here up here again. And let's take you over there. And we're gonna dump it out over there. See if I can get you set up a little bit better this time. Alright, so got the steaks done. Spread this out. Some of this juice off. Not really worried here about the cooking juice because I'm going to add some of that other juice to it here in a minute. So we will be back here in just a second. Alrighty, I'm back. So what I got now is I got my fajitas over here, and what I'm going to do is I've got my leftover sauce that I saved, and what I'm going to do with that now is I'm going to put a little bit more on here, and this will help moisten it up a little bit. Plus, it gives it a really good flavor. Not a lot, and then you just take your tongs and just kind of mix it up. I think I've had everybody over here at least once. Is it ready yet? Is it ready yet? Alright, so there's this. Move that out of the way. Grab those vegetables. I forgot about those real quick. Alrighty, so let's get a quick little pan view of what we're doing here. Boy, that sucker stuck there. All right, here we go. Here's the steak. You got your chicken. Here's our vegetables. And then, oh, under here, tortillas. Got some shredded, I got some lettuce that I cut up. There's those tomatoes that I left over. I've got sour cream and cheese. So let's set you right here. Kind of get you, I guess that's about as good as you're going to get from right here. So we're going to make tortillas first. How many tacos?
One.
One taco. Chicken or beef? Or steak?
Steak.
Okay, so she wants steak, so we're going to put her a little bit of steak on here. First thing we're going to do is we're actually going to put some sour cream on her burrito because she likes the sour cream. So put some sour cream on there. Now we're going to put her some steak on. That's probably pretty good right there. And put her some veggies on here. You want fresh tomatoes too?
No.
Make sure you got some peppers and onions. Make sure to put on some of those cooked tomatoes on there. Did you want any lettuce or cheese?
Cheese.
Okay, I'll put her some cheese on. And here's what hers looks like. So let's go take this over to her. Here's yours. Go ahead and try it. Tell me what you think.
Good.
Good. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to have the boys come over and make them some fajitas. Boys. They're over there off to the side.
Yeah.
All right. Make y'all some fajitas. Sound good?
Yes.
And we don't make fajitas very much. You know, so they haven't really had a fajita. And it's been a long time. They can't even remember what a fajita tastes like. So, Chuck, you want chicken and you want a chicken one and a steak one, right?
Yeah.
So we'll put some chicken on his. Okay, you got your chicken on that one. We'll put you some steak on this side. All right. Let's get you some veggies on there.
Yeah.
Put you some veggies on there. Do some veggies. Get you a tomato on this side over here somewhere. Okay, do you want fresh tomatoes on yours too?
No.
No, just the cooked ones are fine?
Yeah.
Alright, oh, sugar's sliding off. They're gonna be messy. You want lettuce on yours?
Yeah.
And then here is Truck's. He doesn't get no cheese because he's allergic to cheese. So Truck, go sit down. You go ahead and start eating, and we'll be over there with you in a minute. 2 tacos, Tyler?
Yep.
What do you want? Chicken or steak?
Just beef.
Just a steak.
Steak. I always mix that up.
That's all right. Okay, we'll get steak. Here's your steak on here. Do you want some veggies?
Lettuce and tomato.
Lettuce, tomatoes. Tyler will eat just about every vegetable there is out there, as long as you don't cook it. But it's like as soon as you cook it, it's like the plague or something. So he won't eat. Did you want cheese on yours too?
Oh yeah.
So So he won't have cooked vegetables on his. And then we'll get him some. That's why I left the fresh tomatoes out, because I knew he's going to want those on his. And you're going to have to spread some of that around a little bit better. Okay, there's Tyler's. So you take that over there, and we'll be right over there. See how y'all like it. All right, Chuck. Yep, it's messy. How is it? Good for the first time? Let's see if we can get Tyler in here. There we go.
Oh.
How is it? Hey, the boys are so messy. Alright, I'm not going to show you making mine. It looks just like theirs. So, thank you for joining me. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them down in the comments. And I guess that's it. So, we'll see you later. Be sure and like, share, subscribe. And we'll see you on the next one. Say bye, everybody.